I wanted to act, I wanted to dance. From the moment I stepped foot on stage, I felt deep in my heart and in my soul that I had it and that I would do it and that I could do it. I will get out there and I will be a star.
Please welcome Aaliyah.
Anyone on TV you have a secret thing for?
Falling in love wasn't even on purpose.
I feel like we were like the dynamic duo.
We just connected on a very spiritual level.
Do you think you would have married her one day?
Yeah.
The plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground.
And she passed. It changed my whole life.
Once the shit came out on R. Kelly, Jay-Z fled the scene.
Everybody was looking the other way, right? While you still was listening to Holmes' music and you still know shit.
Why would you still listen to him knowing that they said he married a 15-year-old? That was the issue.
And if you remember Aaliyah's album cover,
age ain't nothing but a number. Sitting back there like Perv Master.
I wouldn't have been so generous with Jake. It was more friendship for me and money for him.
What's up, what's up? This is Beyonce on the red carpet with one of the hottest female artists out here.
Number one, you had a #1 movie, you had a #1 song. How good is life right now? It's wonderful. Doesn't get any better. Tonight.
Let me do Up Rock.
This style just got the jack. Ooh, but how about that rhyme?
You've been singing for quite some time, correct? Yeah?
Yes, since I was 6.
6 years old.
I wanted to sing, I wanted to act, I wanted to dance. From the moment I stepped foot on stage.
I didn't know who you were. I was like, who's that cool girl chilling like this? It was a cute little stomach. I was like, yeah.
I dress in my baggy clothes every day, and I am a laid-back person, which is what I portray on the camera. The jazzy type of flair that's in my songs kind of set me apart in a way.
Lost on Star Search. I went out for I auditioned with a lot of record companies that didn't think I had it.
Despite the rejection, Aaliyah's determination never wavered, soon proving critics wrong with her hit song, 1 in a Million.
Stopped by the planet to give us some soulful music. Her latest CD, entitled 1 in a Million, has already gone double platinum.
When 1 in a Million was released, I just turned 17, and I wanted to take a step up from the first album, show my growth.
To finally have that album and have that success, I was like, wow, I did it.
Aaliyah's success in music would eventually lead her down the acting rabbit hole, starring in her debut movie, Romeo Must Die.
You're not a person that's been in 1,000 movies. You've been in one.
Just drive.
2 words, off duty.
2 hours for you, buddy. On duty, $50. What made you decide to, go into a movie role, and then specifically why this role? I wanted to wait for the right time, I wanted to wait for the right project, and Romeo was it.
Once I got established in music was when I said, then I'm gonna make the step into acting. I wanted to do it the right way. I wanted to train and make sure I was ready for it. To shoot the film, I was very nervous. I kept telling myself, this is it, this is what you've wanted, this is the real deal.
How did you learn to drive?
You gotta do your thing. You gotta put all of you in this, and hopefully they'll like you.
Every day he was crazy. Really, they were the best, and they just opened their arms up to me and just welcomed me.
He joked all the time, and just hard worker. We had a great time on set.
She's tough, she's edgy, and I felt that would coincide well with the real family.
Her on-screen presence and off-screen charisma naturally led to questions about her personal life.
Do you have a boyfriend or anything? I'm still single. So what is the right guy for Aaliyah? Someone who's going to be very understanding because my career is important to me. That's #1. Someone who make me laugh. That's so important. I love to laugh. So be funny, intelligent, know what he wants out of life. Yeah.
Name Dash, you know what I mean? You know who I am, I know who you are.
Dash rhymes with Cash, too. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, it's closely related. It's Cash's cousin.
Yeah. It's you and Jay-Z run Roc-A-Fella, right?
Me, Jay-Z, and my partner, Big.
You've been with Jay-Z since the beginning, right? So.
For about 10, 15 years
What's
now.
it like working with Jay-Z? What's he like?
He's the best at what he does, so, it's like working with greatness. I'm working with a living legend.
I put everything into Jay, you know what I'm saying? So we would battle, I would argue in the street all day. I knew Jay was the illest. He is the greatest rapper of all time. Pound for pound, he really laid down factual shit. Nobody's done it like Jay.
Y'all know we're a family at Roc-A-Fella, and we base a lot of our stuff on family-oriented things and being thorough and things of that nature. And we all know that Jay-Z personifies this, which is why he's actually the franchise right now. And the label is built around him.
We realize our dreams together, so we gonna always have that bond. Came in this thing, we built this from nothing. Nothing, like, taking our own records, getting them pressed up ourselves. So There's nothing that we can't see our way through. Every day, our waking day, we was worried about doing something else to make Roc-A-Fella grow.
Jay's my best friend. I'm not ashamed to say it.
You can't make no moves in music without Jay, and he's made money from it.
Yeah.
Roc-A-Fella Records. You know, Roc-A-Fella Records, we got Jay-Z, Beanie Siegel, Memphis Bleak, Cameron, Old Dirty Bastard, Kanye West. And then we have Rockwear Clothing. And, you know, I've just decided that, you know, we've done our thing domestically. I think I'm gonna go on my international takeover. So we're launching the brand and on an international level with Victoria Beckham and Naomi Campbell.
Rockaware, Roc-A-Fella, the Empire. Just now the movie, paid him for the movie. What's the next step, if there is a next step, man? It seems like you got your hand in everything and everything does well for Dame Dash. But what's the next thing that you want to turn over?
Dame Dash's career success finally led him to meet the one person he could relate to on a deeper level.
Now with Aaliyah, she wasn't coming in needing anything from you. That's what was attractive about it.
Every time I saw her, she looked different. So she had different looks every time, and I was like, who the fuck is that?
I like to look at myself as a trendsetter, as an artist that's cutting edge, and just an all-around great performer.
I feel like we were like the dynamic duo, because we were the only ones, like we can go into a hip-hop club and then go into a rock club and wherever, and we felt confident within ourselves, and everyone loved her in every circle.
It's impressive, and you're so natural. I mean, it's the best feeling in the world. I feel like all the hard work, you know, it paid off. There are times when I sit back and I'm like, wow, you know, I'm acting now. I'm really doing everything that I want to do, and it's an amazing feeling.
We just connected on a very spiritual level. You know, we just saw things the same. Aaliyah was and still is, you know, by far the coolest girl that ever touched this earth.
The plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress.
Aaliyah's situation where you supposed to be at the video shoot?
Aaliyah and I was in Miami, and she was shooting a video in Miami, and I was in Miami with State Property, and she was going to do a record with Freeway, and you know, Hype had decided he wanted to take the video to the Bahamas.
I just made like Big Pimpin' with Hype, so I knew what he was about, and I told her. I went to the video and was like, don't have him tell you that you need to go someplace else to shoot the video.
When she actually was saw the plane, she you know, we had the Blackberries. She said, I don't like this plane. And I was like, well, don't get on it. And she was like, well, I got to because I got work to do. She got on the plane, and she always had a very serious fear of planes in general. She was trying to get back really quickly because we were trying to see each other. So she was like, I'm gonna get on the first thing smoking. I waited in the house and I was getting a haircut. And when they told me that there was a crash, it was her mom that told me, and they said they didn't find all the bodies yet. So they didn't know she was still alive. But for me, I was like, so it's a wrap. So I hadn't finished my haircut, and I took all of her clothes out of my house and everything, and I went to go see her mom.
Before Dame could grieve, something far more sinister was taking place behind the scene.
1994, at the age of 15, my first guest signature, Street But Sweet Sound, made her debut recording, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, one of the hottest albums of the year.
So far, the album is doing really well, considering this is your very first. You've already had 3 singles, and the current single is the same as the title, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. How'd you come up with that title, by the way?
We decided to go age, basically for the image, because I don't tell that age.
But you won't reveal your age, will you?
It's a secret, but I'm in my
come on. You're in your teens.
Yeah, I give that up. I'm still in high school.
Tell me about the relationship with Jay-Z. You and Jay-Z formed Roc-A-Fella Records in the 90s. Was that the first big success?
That was the thing that has the most commercial success.
Are you and Jay-Z still friends?
He's been in business with people that are against my honor code.
Some controversy earlier about your being married to R. Kelly.
3 years ago, there was this terrible rumor out. What is the deal with you and R. Kelly? Are you all married or not?
No, I'm not married. Robert's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. He's a great producer, great artist who I do admire, and there's nothing there. Just ignored it. When you're in this business, it comes with the territory that people are going to talk, and you really can't control what people are going to say, so I just really ignored it.
Star R. Kelly did indeed marry his protege, the 15-year-old singer Aaliyah Houghton.
I mean, before the tape came out, it started with the Aaliyah thing.
Everybody was looking the other way, right? Why you still was listening to Holmes' music and you still know shit?
Right.
Why were you still going to Homie's movie and you knew shit?
And if you remember Aaliyah's album cover,
age ain't nothing but a number. Sitting back there like Perv Master.
When someone you respect does some shit that you don't fuck with at all.
Right.
When someone that you've been making money with and that people's bills are getting paid and all that, what you supposed to do? Me and you cool, and you know that I got a girl that your man raped.
It's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
And I tell you, when you gonna still work with him, what you gonna feel?
Nah,
So what you think I felt?
When individuals come together and build something, but at some point, the success breaks it apart.
Because I had so much trust in my brother and the brotherhood that I would have, everything that I know now,
right?
I would have never thought this shit was going on. I wouldn't have let certain things happen because I didn't think they could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like he would never do that. I wouldn't have been so generous with Jay. It was more friendship for me and money for him.
As Dame reflected on his betrayal, he also had to confront a far deeper pain.
I lost my girl a couple years back, Aaliyah. She died. I wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean? Like in a plane crash. Yeah. And also, my mother died, and at the time, my father wasn't in my life. The only person that took care of me was my mom. So I was always afraid that she was gonna die. And my worst nightmare happened. She died. What I did to escape was I went out every night. And what everyone knew in New York was when I walked into a club, do not play any Aaliyah. That scared me is losing people I loved, and everyone that I've really loved as it relates to females, I've lost. So what it's made me be the animal that I am is that I don't want to sit down and think about the things that are hurting me. When you hear about things and you can't do anything about it, you have to internalize. So I have to figure out how to release it so it doesn't turn into cancer in my body. You never heal what you learn to live with. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now I embrace hearing her music because there's signs to me. It's me she's talking to.
I have video of you. You're at her funeral where you're very emotional.
Yeah, I told you.
Remember that day? Remember that day?
I'm not embarrassed to cry about losing Aaliyah, and I'm still not. But I cried hard in front of people that thought I was weak. I mean, I still had to get myself together and fight. Can't be so bad because you're gonna be with the people you love, so it makes you not fear it. So there's no fear. It made me fearless. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not scared of anything. There hasn't been one day since she's passed, not one. In the 20 years that I haven't either heard her name, heard her record, or seen a picture of her, every single day she's present in my life, and I feel lucky for that.
What do you want to be remembered as, man?
As a warrior, I fight for what I love. You know, I'm not an actor, I'm not a rapper, I'm not an entertainer, I'm a warrior. It didn't matter about fame, it didn't matter about money. The wealth was our love.